From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snacks.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
Hi, my name is Antoine, and happy Father's Day, Dad.
Hey, my name is Josh. Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Hey, my name is Chris Kernan. I'd like to wish my dad a happy Father's Day.
Hey, Dad. I want to wish you a happy Father's Day.
How's it going? My name's Jared Gallagher. I just want to wish my dad a happy Father's Day.
Hi, my name's Jacob. Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Hi, my name is Eddie Tavares. I wish all of you Feliz Dia del Padre.
What's going on, Dad? Just want to say happy Father's Day. Hope you go fishing or golfing or something, so miss you.
Happy Father's Day, Dad. I miss you. Thank you for all you've done throughout the years. Hope you have a great day. Give a kiss to the kids for me, and I'll see you later.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we get set to bring you Wilson Tobs Baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv as the Wilson Tobs bring in their 5-game winning streak here tonight against the Asheboro Copperheads. As the Tobs out of the CPL North Division for the Asheboro Copperhead, they are out of the CPL West Division. And for the Copperheads, they come in with a mark of 7-6. They sit in first place in the CPL West, just a half game ahead of Forest City and High Point Thomasville, who are both 7-7. Then you have Gastonia, who is in fourth place, but they are 6-8, so not all that far back as things are very wild in the CPL West, as the Asheboro Copperheads are led by Keith Ritchie, and he is assisted by Corey Cubs and Landon Steiner. Take a look now here for the Wilson Tobs, set the 5-game winning streak that has catapulted them into first place in the CPL North Division. Now they are tied with Peninsula at 8-5, but the Tobs have beat Peninsula twice this year, so they're beat the tiebreaker with the head-to-head record. For Peninsula, the 8-5 mark, they have lost their last 3 outings. Martinsville, they sit in third. They are 6-9. They have lost 3 in a row. And Edenton, they are 4-9, and they have won 2 in a row as they have beaten each Martinsville and Peninsula in their last 2 outings. So here tonight at historic Fleming Stadium, it's Wiener Wonka night. Also, Bang for Your Buck Sunday here at the ballpark, as we'd like to thank our game day sponsors, State Farm and TL Herring and Company. And as we'll give you a look here at the starting lineups, first for the visiting Asheboro Copperheads, as their starting 9 will look like this. In center field, wearing number 21, batting leadoff, it'll be Zach Miller. Batting second, it's the shortstop, number 1, Caleb Webster. Batting third, in right field, number 29, David Postis. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 25, Sean Phelan. Batting fifth, it's the second baseman, number 7, Tate Blakeney. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 2, Kirby Lambert. Batting seventh, it's the third baseman, number 16, Brant Ollinger. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 20, Trevor Clemens. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 24, Ryan Cahill. And getting the start today for the Copperheads will be number 17, Jalen Scott. As the Tobs being introduced to the field as we speak, their starting lineup will look like this. Leading things off in center field, it's number 7, Brenton Doyle. Batting second at third base, it's number 5, Drew Brooks. Batting third, the second baseman, number 10, Kevin McGowan. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 11, Shamoy Christopher. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 13, Carson Freeman. Batting sixth, it's the shortstop, number 22, Pat Frick. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 8, Caleb Dean. Batting eighth, it's the designated hitter, number 19, Ben Fazo. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 24, Antoine Tucker. And getting the start tonight for the Tobs, wearing number 18 from Appalachian State, Jason Kornitzer. As the Tobs look to see if they can pick up their 6th consecutive win after picking up a pair of wins last night here at historic Fleming Stadium against the Martinsville Mustangs. The Tobs winning 5-2 in Game 1 before shutting out the Mustangs 6-0 in Game 2, and that 6-0 win, the first shutout of the season for the Tobs. And with that, we will send things down to the field level here for the singing of tonight's national anthem.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps for the singing of the national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be performed by Mary Naren.
What so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets red glare of our bursting air came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, sweet us that star-spangled banner that wave. For the land of the free and the home of the free.
Thank you, Mary. The official game ball in the Coastal Plain League is presented by Lori Thomas, Farm Bureau Insurance.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we are set for some Sunday afternoon baseball. As it is hazy, hot, and humid here in Wilson, North Carolina. As Cornets are going through his warm-up pitches. As we'll give you a look at his stats on the season coming into this one for Cornetzer. A 12.6 ERA, going to try to improve on the 2-0 record. This will be his third start of the summer, as he's tossed 5 innings, has yielded 9 runs, 7 of those earned off 11 hits, has struck out 5 batters, and walked 4. As he will face Miller, Webster, and Postis for the Copperheads as we get things underway. So I'll give you a look here at the numbers for the leadoff batter, Zach Miller, on the season for the Copperheads. As Miller batting .290, as he is 9 for 31 at the plate, 9 runs scored, does have a home run and 5 RBIs. As for Miller, a Solver from Lawrenceville, Georgia. And as before we even get started, the home plate umpire, Mitch Trezak, going to have the Tobs make sure that the gate is closed down the third baseline. So it was Nico Jenkins who went down to close the first gate, and then from the bullpen they'll make sure the second gate is closed. And we should be set to go, as that was David Harrison who made sure the second gate was closed. First pitch is going to miss up and away. 6:07 the time of the first pitch. As the Kent will start off 1-0 quickly. A strike will be delivered here from Jason Cornetzer. Also give you a look here defensively at the Tobs. As the pitch here is swung on, skied in the air. Cornetzer was calling for it, but he'll let Caleb Dean come in and take it. And that'll be the first out. So for the Tobs defensively through the infield, Brooks is at third, Frick at short, McGowan is at second, Dean over at first. Christopher doing the catching through the outfield. Tucker in left, Doyle in center, and Freeman in right. As that will bring up the shortstop, Caleb Webster from UNC Greensboro. Much as this one called for a strike on the outer half. And for Webster on the season, batting .302 as he is 13 for 43 at the plate with a double, a triple, and 5 RBIs. Drives this one towards second into the McGowan. Can he finish it? He does! An early highlight reel play here from McGowan, and there's 2 away. So McGowan, who's done a lot of designated hitting lately for the Tobs, showing range there at second. And with 2 away, that'll bring up the right fielder, David Poses. Poses, a redshirt sophomore, batting .304 on the season. 7 for 23, 12 runs scored, 5 RBIs. Has worked 11 walks at the plate. That's a team high. The Copperheads as a team have worked 67 walks, while their pitching staff has allowed just 45. So the count 1-0 here to the right fielder as he swings and misses at the pitch as the count will even up. 2 away here at the top of the first inning. No score between the Copperheads and the Tobs. Cornetzer sets and delivers to Chamoy Christopher, and that one will miss up anyway. So our umpires for tonight, the same umpires that we saw yesterday and the same umpires that we saw on Friday, as it's the duo of Kyle Levine and Mitch Trezak. Trezak behind the plate, Levine in the field. 2-1 pitch here from Cornetzer. That'll miss up above the letters. Copperhead's going to try to get a 2-out base runner. The first baseman, Sean Phelan, in the on-deck circle. Right up on that left-handed batter's box is Poses. The pitch is going to be taken for a ball. So for Poses, that'll be the 12th walk that he has worked this season. So a 2-out base runner as Poses is at first. Pitch here is swung on, hit out to right, actually out to left center. Ringing Doyle, did he make the catch? I believe he did. And Brenton Doyle a long run. As that one tailed, it was Freeman was on a beat for it, and then out of nowhere, Brenton Doyle came in. And so it's just one pitch needed there for Cornetzer to get around the 2-out walk. And Sean Phelan is the 3rd out. And so we will go to the bottom of the first, as it will be Brenton Doyle to lead things off. It'll be Doyle, Brooks, and McGowan after the 4-batter top of the first inning. So here tonight at historic Fleming Stadium, Wiener Wonka night, along with Bang for Your Buck Sunday. And some upcoming home games and promotions. The Tobs will be home again tomorrow and Tuesday, as tomorrow will be an exhibition matchup as the Northwake Fungo are here at historic Fleming Stadium. A 12 p.m. first pitch for Super Splash Day, as games will open at 10:30 a.m. Then on Tuesday, June 19th, the Peninsula Pilots will be here for a big CPL North Division matchup at 7 p.m. as it'll be Tobs All-You-Can-Eat Tuesday, courtesy of Devalue Wilson. And then after a road game on Wednesday, the Tobs back home on Thursday night as the Edenton Steamers are here for a 7 p.m. first pitch. And it'll be Emergent Ortho and our host family appreciation night, along with Throwback Thirsty Thursday. As we'll give you a look here at the numbers for the starter, Jalen Scott. As for Scott, a sophomore, this will be his 4th start of the summer. He is 1-0. He has worked 17 1/3 innings, has allowed 8 hits, 5 runs. As he's also struck out 9 batters, walked 4, an ERA of 2.60. So already making his 4th start, as that will be a team high. Also, Jordan Tooney and John Kendrick have made 3 starts this year for the Copperheads. So he'll face Brenton Doyle, Drew Brooks, and Kevin McGowan. As Jalen Scott from Winston-Salem State. Playing there along with his head coach, Keith Ritchie. So Brenton Doyle steps into the right-handed batter's box and waits the first pitch. He will take it for a called strike. As Brenton Doyle batting .250 on the season. This will be his 14th game. He has 13 for 52, 11 runs scored, 2 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, and 9 RBIs. Quickly behind the count here, 0-2. As we give you a look here at the Copperheads defensively. As Clemens will do the catching today. Phelan is at first. Blakeney at second. Webster at short. Ollinger is at third. And this one is swung on. And that will be strike 3 as the catcher Clemens will pick it up and just apply the tag to Doyle. And then through the outfield, Cahill is in left, Miller in center, and poses out in right. And actually the left fielder, Ryan Cahill, he provided the walk-off home run for the Copperheads last night. As the Copperheads were able to pick up a victory 3-2 at home against High Point Thomasville after they scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning to actually go up 2-1. They saw High Point Thomasville tied in the top of the 9th. 1-0 pitch here to Drew Brooks as he watches that one miss thrown away. Drew Brooks out of Missouri Baptist. Brooks down the year batting .222. This is his 13th start. 10 for 45 at the plate, 6 runs scored, a double, a home run, and a team best 10 RBIs. Right there pushing out the doorstep is Brenton Doyle with his 9. So the count now 2 balls and a strike. 1 away here in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch is going to be chopped on the first base line, but foul. So Kevin McGowan in the on-deck circle. Take a look here at the coaches that work in the bases today for the Tobs. As head coach Brian Hill over at third. Colin Brinkley over in first. 2-2 pitch. He's going to miss slow away as Clemens trying to frame it. And the count now full here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A set and delivery from Jalen Scott. Swung on. That one hit out to deep center. Going back for the center fielder, Miller. He looks up. It's off the wall. Did that hit up off of the Budweiser sign? Must be not. So heading in for third is going to be Drew Brooks. And he's going to be in there with what now is a triple. So a 1-out triple for Drew Brooks. Puts an early runner into scoring position for the Tobs. And that will be his first triple of the season. So the Tobs now with 5 triples on the season. And they've had 3 triples in their last 5 games. So that'll bring up Kevin McGowan, the second baseman for the Tobs. As McGowan, a junior from LaSalle, awaiting the second pitch here from Jalen Scott, which he will wave at and miss. And McGowan on the season batting .281. This is his 10th start today, 9 for 32 at the plate with 2 doubles and 4 RBIs. Also 2 runs scored. So no 2 pitch coming in from Jalen Scott. Looks at the runner at third, and that one is swung on. And that'll be fouled off over top of the North Carolina Baseball Museum and the Tobs front offices. A steady breeze here blowing straight out to center field. That historic Fleming Stadium. Here are the outfielders. Miller shading the batter McGowan a little bit towards right field. The 0-2 pitch again is swung on, but skied in the air. Webster settling under it, and he'll make the catch. And there's 2 away. So the Tobs with the first hit of the game, trying to see if they can get the early lead. And we'll see if the catcher, Shamoy Christopher, can do just that. Shamoy Christopher, a junior from Tennessee Wesleyan. Redshirted this year, so did not play during the collegiate season. As for Christopher on the year, batting .226, his 10th start, 7 for 31 at the plate, 2 doubles, 5 RBIs, also 5 runs scored. Swings and misses at the first offering from Jalen Scott. Long looking here for Scott. To his catcher Clemens, that one will miss. So the count even here at a ball and a strike. The pitch by Christopher, a high chopper, and that's into the glove of the pitcher Scott. His toss is going to be in time. The first baseman Phelan covering. So the one-out triple from Drew Brooks. Unfortunately, won't pay it out for the Tobs. As they'll leave a runner on base. We've played one here at historic Fleming Stadium. No score between the Tobs and the Copperheads as you are watching Wilson Tobs baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv.
So what makes Mobile Mini the most secure choice for portable storage? It's our all-steel construction, patented tri-cam locking system, and container guard locks that come together to provide the most secure portable storage solution in the business. Our standard containers combine exceptional security with excellent value, utilizing exterior locking bars for access and may require an extra hand. This system is ideal for construction situations where access is infrequent. For even greater ease and convenience, our premium container delivers Mobile Mini's superior security with our easy access design. Doors easily open with one hand, making it ideal for frequent retail or commercial use. Whichever way you go, you can't go wrong. Locking in the superior quality, security, and convenience of Mobile Mini.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snacks.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we come to you live from historic Fleming Stadium in Wilson, North Carolina, here on Father's Day, Sunday, June 27th, as we took some time before the game. Some of the Tobs players sending out a special message to their dads. And actually, that I know of, one of those dads in attendance is Antoine Tucker, his family in town. Had a chance to chat quickly with his family before the game started, sitting down just to the right of the Tobs dugout on the third baseline, as they were able to make the trip from Virginia to watch their son play. So for the Copperheads, here in the second inning, it'll be their 5, 6, and 7 batters, as it'll be the second baseman, Nate Blakeney, as they will face Jason Kornetzer. Troy Christopher will go through the signs. Righty-righty matchup. And this one drops in there for a called strike. And for Blakeney, on the season at the plate, as he sees the count even up here, a ball and a strike. Batting .240. And the junior, 6 for 25 at the plate with 7 runs scored, a double, a home run, and 5 RBIs. As the Copperheads, the team this year, have hit 8 home runs. And this one got called strike. Lower part of the zone as Cam Morrison leads the way with 2. Also leads the team with his 12 runs batted in. He is not in the starting lineup. This one skied in the air. Drew Brooks going to track it. Had lost it a little bit, but now is able to find it again. Makes the catch, and there's one away. So that'll bring up the designated hitter, Kirby Lambert. Lambert batting .286 on the year as he is 12 for 42 at the plate, 7 runs scored. Has a team best 4 doubles on the season, also a homer, 4 RBIs. Has struck out 9 times, 4 walks. Righty lefty matchup here as this one will miss. And for Kirby Lambert, as he swings this one out to left field from Pfeiffer, he'll be the second out as Antoine Tucker will bring that one in and left. So that'll bring up the third baseman as it'll be Brant Ollinger. Ollinger from Drury. As Ollinger, a junior, batting .241 on the year, 7 for 29 at the plate, 3 doubles, 4 runs scored, 4 RBIs. So that's in the right-handed batter's box. The offering here is going to be slow over to the left-handed batter's box from Jason Krenitzer. Just one hit here in the game early on. The Tobs, they getting the triple from Drew Brooks, but unable to score. And this one up in the zone, big uppercut there from Ollinger as he fouls it back into the netting. So the 1-1 on its way. And that one, a good pitch right there, frames the outer half of the plate. Also give you a look here to some of the other games taking place across the Coastal Plain League today. There's a couple of games getting underway at 5 o'clock this afternoon. 1-2 pitch is going to be fouled back. Just getting a piece of it with Ollinger. Bottom of the 8th inning, Gastonia has a 6-4 lead against High Point Thomasville. Bottom of the 5th, Fayetteville at home leading Wilmington 2-1. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Holly Springs and Martinsville are scoreless. 1-2 pitch here from Kornatzer is going to be up in the zone. No swing from Ollinger. Top of the 1st inning, Morehead City and Edenton about ready to get underway. And then same thing between Macon and Lexington County, top of the 1st inning. Here's the 2-2 offering. That one misses up and in. Ollinger had to bend out of the way a little bit, so the count now full. Here with 2 outs. And the top of the 2nd inning. Kornatzer walked Moses in the 1st after he got the first 2 outs. Trying to not do the same here. Base is empty for Asheboro. Schmoy Christopher goes through the signs. And Kornatzer delivers. That misses inside. Ball 4. And it is another 2-out walk. And Brant Ollinger will head down to first. And for Ollinger, that will be his 8th walk of the summer.
Now batting, wearing number 20, Trevor Clemens.
So that'll bring up the catcher, number 20, as it'll be Trevor Clemens, a redshirt freshman, hitting .200 on the year as he is 4 for 20, 2 RBIs, 9 strikeouts, 4 walks. As he takes his first one for a ball. Clemens from UNC Pembroke. Will face the right-hander Jason Kornatzer. He's the number 8 batter in the Copperheads lineup. Here's the 1-0. And Schmoy Christopher can't find it. Now he's able to pick it up. As that one had missed outside of the strike zone. And Christopher was looking all over everywhere trying to track down that baseball, but couldn't come up with it. Both teams went scoreless in the 1st inning. Copper has a 2-out base runner over at first. Here's the offering. That one misses up and away. The count is now 3-0 to the catcher Trevor Clemens, the left fielder Ryan Cahill in the on-deck circle. Cahill from Drury. Kornatzer will take a look at the run over the shoulder. Here's the 3-0, and that one's going to be a called strike. And Clemens kind of knew it as he stayed there, really didn't even make a motion towards first. The advantage still here for Clemens. First baseman Dean holding the runner on. Here's the pitch, and that's going to miss. And it's back-to-back walks from Kornatzer. His 3rd walk of the game. as that'll send Ollinger down to second. So that'll bring up Ryan Cahill, who provided the dramatics last night for the Copperheads. The walk-off solo home run to give them a 3-2 win over High Point Thomasville. So we'll see what he can do here, facing Jason Kornetzer for the first time out of App State. Runners lead from first and second. Here's the offering, and that one will be taken high for a ball. Wind still continuing to whip the flags out in straightaway center. As the breeze is picked up from earlier this afternoon where there really was no wind to speak of. Now a 1-0 offering, and that one's going to miss low inside to Cahill. So for Kornetzer in the first, he got a pop-up and a ground out before issuing a 2-out walk. But then on the first pitch, got a shallow fly ball to center. Here's the 2-0, and that one's going to miss. No call from the home plate umpire, Mitch Trezak. So it's 3-0. He's went 3-0 to Clemens and now Cahill. Runners lead from first and second. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and that's going to miss inside, ball 4. So Kornetzer has walked him loaded after he got the first 2 outs of the inning.
Now batting, wearing number 21, Zach Miller.
And so now top of the order here as Zach Miller will step up. Actually, looks like we're going to get a and so actually it was the umpire notifying us of the charged mound visit as Drew Brooks came over to talk with Kornetzer. But the way he was signaling, it looked like maybe he was going to be pinch hitter, but that was Zach Miller walking in. He's behind in the count 0-1, and now behind in the count 0-2. And so with the flip of a switch, Jason Kornetzer went from not being able to find the strike zone against Clemens and Cahill to ahead 0-2. See what he does now to navigate around Miller. The pitch swung on, and that'll be out of play, right field side. And the beer garden. So the count will stay 0-2 as some more baseballs being brought out here. So the bases are loaded for the Copperheads here in the top of the second inning. All of their base runners have reached via the walk. Fourth pitch of the at-bat to Zach Miller. The offering swung on and missed, strike 3. So Kornetzer, after getting the first 2 outs, walks the bases loaded. And then he strikes out Zach Miller. And we will go to the bottom of the second. No score between the Copperheads and the Tobs. As upcoming home games for the Tobs, home tomorrow and Tuesday. Note the special start time tomorrow of 12 p.m. Games will open at 10:30, and then on Tuesday night, Tobs home here at 7 p.m. Fans, be sure to join us Thursday, July 19th for the Tobs Military and Local Heroes Appreciation Night. Veterans can attend the game for free, while active military, 911 telecommunicators, police, and fire department members will receive discount tickets. Come out and show your support for your local heroes. Again, that's on Thursday, July 19th. Hey, Tobs fans, get ready to hit the rails this summer with NC by Train. Hop on board at 12 stations from Charlotte to Raleigh and skip the hassles of parking and traffic while enjoying Wi-Fi, outlets to charge your devices, and spacious seating. Book your travel today by visiting ncbytrain.org. Again, that's ncbytrain.org. Go Connect. As Jalen Scott goes through his warm-up pitches, as he will face Carson Freeman, Pat Frick, and Caleb Dean, the 5, 6, and 7 batters. Tobs with the only hit of the game. They got the 1-out triple in the first inning from Drew Brooks, but they were unable to score him, as Scott was able to get McGowan to pop up to short, and then Christopher to hit the comebacker as he tossed over to first to end the inning. So Carson Freeman, who will lead things off, the right fielder out of East Stroudsburg University from Bangor, PA. Carson Freeman on the season at the plate. 219 batter. This is his 11th start. 7 for 32. Has 2 doubles, a home run, 7 RBIs. Also 7 runs scored. And he has struck out 11 times compared to 6 walks. As Freeman last night picked up his first home run of the season, a 2-run home run against the Martinsville Mustangs. So the first pitch here from Scott. He's going to be swung on and missed. A righty-lefty matchup, that triple hit by Brooks back in the first inning. The first triple that Jalen Scott had allowed this year. He had allowed 5 doubles. Has yet to allow a home run this season. 1-1 pitch on its way. Will be taken outside over to the right-handed batter's box. As the Tobs have had just 1 base runner in this game, the Copperheads 4. And this one going to miss low. Good eye there by Freeman. Frick in the on-deck circle for the Tobs. Hoping to come up with a runner on. 3-1 pitch here. It swung on, and that's a single out to right. So Carson Freeman has his first hit of the day, and it's a leadoff base runner for the Tobs. So that'll bring up Patrick Frick, the shortstop out of Wake Forest. Frick from Greenville, South Carolina, the sophomore for the Demon Deacons. This season batting .204 in Wilson, his 14th start as he is 10 for 49 at the plate. 1 double, 2 RBI, 7 runs scored. First pitch is going to be in the dirt. Nice job by Clemens, though, to glove it. And then faked like he would throw it on at first as Freeman made his way back to the bag. Righty-righty matchup here. The offering swung on. Inside out swing. This one tailing out towards center. That one's going to drop. That one just kept fading and fading, and the center fielder Miller had a long run. He was calling off his right fielder poses. And that'll be the second consecutive hit to start off the second inning as the Tobs trying to get something going. So far in this one, the Copperheads have had all their runners reach via the walk, and the Tobs, now with their third base runner, they've all reached via the hit. So Caleb Dean steps in now, the first baseman. Dean out of Missouri Baptist from Killeen, Texas. As the Copperheads will play in here at the corners. The first pitch is going to be in there for a called strike. Dean batting .233 on the year. This is his 9th start of the season. 7 for 30 at the plate. As he has 3 doubles, a triple, no home runs, 7 RBIs. And this one is going to be chopped foul on the third baseline. The one problem for Dean this year has been the strikeout to walk ratio. He has struck out 13 times, walked just once. So the count 0-2 here after singles from Freeman and Frick to start off the inning. Jalen Scott sets down the mound, delivers, and that one is going to miss. Clemens framed it at the lower portion of the zone. But when it got a call from the home plate umpire, Trezak. Try it again. The pitch is swung out and missed. I'll say it was foul tip, but let's just say strike. And so that'll be the first out of the inning. So that'll bring up the designated hitter, number 19, Ben Fazo, out of LaSalle, with runners in first and second. As Fazo on the season, batting .125. This is his 10th game. 4 for 32 at the plate with 5 runs scored. Does have an RBI. First pitch to him is going to drop in there for a strike down the inner half of the plate. Antoine Tucker stepping up into the on deck circle as the Tobs here on the bottom of the second inning looking to try to see if they can get onto the board first. All three hits in the game have come their way. The 0-1 pitch is a half swing by Fazo. The third baseman has to go to first. He gets the out as Ollinger throws over to Phelan. And so that'll move the runners up, but they are now 2 away. And a, check swing from Fazo. So that'll bring up Antoine Tucker. Tucker out of Longwood University on the year, batting .333. This is his 11th start, as he is 9 for 27 at the plate. 3 doubles, a triple, 5 RBIs, and 6 runs scored. He has been swinging a very hot bat as of late for the Tobs. Trying to see if he can come up here with a 2-out hit. Pair of runners in scoring position. First pitch from Scott is going to be slow and inside. So the Tobs have now had 3 runners in scoring position here through the first 2 innings. They were unable to score Brooks back in the first after they got to third with 1 out. 1-0 pitch is going to be taken on the inner half. Tucker giving a nice smile there to the open umpire. Thought it was outside. Number 9 batter in the Tobs lineup with Brenton Doyle up in the on-deck circle. Righty-righty matchup. The pitch is in there for a called strike 2. Scoreless here in the bottom of the second inning between the Copperheads and the Tobs. The catcher, Trevor Clemens, will go through the signs. And the 1-2 offering is swung on, and that one's going to drop. 1 run scores. They're going to wave a second run around. Here comes Frick, and the throw is going to be up the line. A 2 RBI single for Antoine Tucker. And those are a pair of runs powered by Greenlight. With his family in the crowd, he gives the Tobs a nearly 2-0 lead.
Now batting, wearing number 7 from Shepherd University.
So for Antoine Tucker, the 2 RBIs, going to be RBIs number 6 and 7 of the year for him. As it was Freeman who scored for third, and then Frick who was off and running, as that one just died in front of the right fielder Poses. Back to the top of the order now for Doyle. As he swings at the first pitch, gives it around to right. Poses can't get to it. Going to third is going to be Tucker. Here's the throw. It's up the line. Now going down to second is Doyle. He's in there safely. And the Tobs just flying around the spans here early on in this one, as they've got a pair in scoring position after the second consecutive 2-out hit from Brenton Doyle. So a single for Brenton Doyle, then he'll advance on the throw from the right fielder Poses. 4th hit of the inning for Wilson. They did this in the second inning of last night's game against the Mustangs, as they had taken a 4-0 lead in game number 2 in the bottom of the second. So that'll bring up Drew Brooks. He had the triple in his first at bat, as he sees this pitch blown inside, called for a strike. So Antoine Tucker goes from first to third as he had lost the helmet, as he rounded second. Pitch 0-1 coming here to Drew Brooks. And this one is fouled off of the catcher Clemens, so the count will be 0-2. So the inning started with singles from Freeman and Frick, but then Jalen Scott was able to get 2 outs, got Dean struck out, and then Fazo, the check swing grounder to third. But Antoine Tucker came up big with the bloop single into right, and then Ben Doyle following with a single into right. 0-2 pitch here to Brooks, going to miss outside after they came in to Brooks. Devin McGowan in the on-deck circle. Tobs up 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Runners take their leads. The pitch is going to be low and outside. So the count evens up. Clemens goes through the signs. Runners with their leads. The pitch from Scott is swung on. The throw is going to have to go down to first. Clemens' throw was a little bit high, but it's in time to the first baseman, Phelan. So the Tobs will leave two on base, but they get two on the two RBI single from Antoine Tucker. As we will go to the top of the third here at historic Fleming Stadium as you're watching Wilson Tobs baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snack.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you as we get set for the top of the third inning. As the Tobs have given their starter, Jason Kornitzer, a 2-0 lead to work with thanks to the 2 RBI single from Antoine Tucker. Fans every Thursday leading up to Paint the Park Pink Night on Thursday, July 26th. The Tobs will be holding a silent auction for players' pink jerseys. All proceeds will benefit the Wilson Community Health Center for those women who cannot afford mammograms. And stepping in to get things going here in the top of the third will be the shortstop, Caleb Webster. Grounded out to the second baseman, McGowan, his first time up. Drives this one out into right center. Doyle over for it. Makes the catch on the run. So Doyle got a good read on it and then quickly was over into the gap. And that'll bring up the right fielder. As it'll be David Moses, who walked in his first at bat. That came with 2 outs back in the first inning. As he'll get set in the left-handed batter's box. So the Tobs 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors, no runs, no hits for the Copperheads. Pitch here will miss away. Copperheads have had 4 base runners in this game. They've all reached via the walk. Moses in the first, and then Olinger, Clemens, and Cahill in the second. As the 1-0 pitch will miss as well. No call from no plate umpire. First baseman Sean Phelan in the on-deck circle. Shmuel Christopher awaits the offer here. Frames it on the outer half. So the count now 2-1. Two-one pitch, going to be fouled into the inning, third base side. Going to the bottom of the 9th inning in High Point, Thomasville. The High Toms trailing Gastonia 6-4. Top of the 6th inning, Fayetteville leading Wilmington 5-4. And then bottom of the 4th inning, the Mustangs have taken a 2-0 lead against Holly Springs. Still waiting for the start between Edenton and Morehead City and Macon and Lexington County. Both those games set for 7:05 p.m. first pitches. So a 3-2 count here to the batter, David Posis. The pitch is up, and for the second time, he's worked a walk, this time a 1-out walk.
Now batting, number 25, Sean Phelan.
So, 5th walk of the game issued by Jason Kornetzer. And that'll bring up the left-handed swinging first baseman Sean Phelan. Flew out to the center fielder Britton Doyle, who made the nice play back in the first inning, as that one was tailing away from him. Pitch here is up above the letters. Kornetzer struck out one. That came in the second inning after he walked the bases loaded. Was able to strike out the center fielder Miller. He'll keep an eye on the runner. Poses over at first. He throws over as he slides back in. For the Copperheads as a team this year, they have stolen 15 bases. They've been caught just 3 times. And is leading the way, Ethan Harrison. He's got 4 stolen bases. And then Randy Norris and Chris Adams, both with 3 stolen bases. Kornetzer will look over his shoulder. The pitch swung on, skied a mile high in the air. Brooks is going to run into the shade, and he makes the catches. He has to go over the pitcher's mound. And now they're going to get the out at first, and that is going to end the inning. So a double play, and I don't know what the runner Poses was thinking about, but that is going to work out for the Tobs as head coach Keith Ritchie just throws his arms up in the air and has a laugh as he walks by Brian Hill, as Poses was standing on second. And so that will be a P5 for Phelan. And then it will be a 5-3 for Poses over at first. And so that will end the inning. And so that will bring up the bottom of the 3rd inning. As it will be McGowan, Christopher, and Freeman. As back out there will be Jalen Scott, as he gave up the 2 runs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. So for the Tobs, 5 hits. They picked up 4 singles in the 2nd inning. Hits from Freeman, Frick, Tucker, and Doyle. As Scott will finish his warm-up tosses here. Now the throw down to second. And so that'll bring up Kevin McGowan. And so we get set here for the bottom of the 3rd inning as the count quickly 0-2 here to Kevin McGowan leading off the bottom of the 3rd, working against Jalen Scott. McGowan popped up to the shortstop his first time up. Watches this one miss outside. So the count 1-2. Shmoy Christopher in the on-deck circle. McGowan thought about offering up that one, but he had the wherewithal to hold up on the pitch. Now the 2-2. That one given it right on the first baseline, but it's going to be foul. McGowan trying to pepper the right field line there, and I believe he broke the bat as he makes his way to the dugout here. And he might just swap with Shmoy Christopher, and that's what he will do. So a new piece of lumber here for Kevin McGowan. Here's the 2-2, and that one misses outside. Payoff pitch now from Scott, and that one misses, and a beautiful bat there for McGowan. He works the leadoff walk. Second straight inning that the Tobs will have a leadoff base runner. And on the night, that is the first walk issued by Jalen Scott. As Jalen Scott, coming into this start, had walked just 4 batters on the season to 9 strikeouts. So that'll bring up Shamoy Christopher. Maybe with the bat being used there by McGowan to work the walk, we'll see if he can have a better result this time. Grounded back to the pitcher Scott his first time up. Takes this one for a called strike as it tails towards the outer half of the plate. Tobs have had a base runner in each of the 3 innings. Here's the 0-1, a chopper to the first baseman. He throws down to second. The turn is not going to be in time. It's actually the pitcher, Jalen Scott, couldn't hold on to it as the baseball got past him. So the first baseman, Phelan, threw down to his shortstop, Webster, to get the lead out. So that'll go down 3-6 for McGowan. As Christopher will reach on the fielder's choice. So Carson Freeman will step up 1-for-1 in the game. Started in the second inning off with a single into right field. As he gets ready to go. So some speed on the base pass here with Shamoy Christopher. First pitch, just going to catch the outer half. The shortstop Frick. And the on deck circle for Jalen Scott. 48 pitches coming into this at bat to Freeman. So that'll be pitch number 50. And it will be a ball as the count evens up. No action, though, down in the bullpen for the Asheboro Copperheads. Look over the shoulder by Scott at the runner. The pitch is waved at and missed, almost going down to a knee. Where's Carson Freeman? And for Jalen Scott, this is 4th start, and that one's going to be a called strike 3 as Freeman wasn't all that happy with the call, but that will be the second out of the inning. As he will strike out looking. So that'll bring up Pat Frick, the shortstop. So for Jalen Scott, really his first start of the season was his roughest as he went 5 innings, allowed 5 runs, 4 earned off 7 hits in 5 innings against Martinsville. As the Copperheads did come back to win that game. As Scott picked up a no decision. And then in his second start, a 17-1 win for the Copperheads. He tossed 7 innings, allowed just 1 run on 3 hits. Picked up the win and then picked up a no decision in his last start against Florence. Went 5 1/3. Gave up 2 unearned runs off 5 hits. As Frick is going to foul this ball out of play. Struck out 3 batters and walked 2. So his last start coming on June 11th, so 6 days ago. Long look in here for Scott. Gets the signs from his catcher, Clemens. The 1-1 pitch to Frick is going to miss in the dirt. Good eye there. Pitch here, line towards short. Going to be a long throw. Not in time. Infield single for Pat Frick as he will keep things alive. And going down to second will be Shamoy Christopher. He got off on the swing there pretty good, so that's why the shortstop Webster, his only option was trying to get Frick over at first. So second hit of the game for Frick. Good start for him, and that'll bring up Caleb Dean. Dean struck out swinging his first time up. He'll look to try to change things here. as he takes the first pitch for a called strike. Don't think that Brian Hill was all that happy with that call. Takes a look up to the sky and then a look back to the scoreboard. Runners leader from first and second, Christopher and Frick. The pitch, and he's going to be in there for a called strike 2. Out of the hands of Jalen Scott. Here's the 0-2, and that one is going to miss. Clemens tried to frame it on the outer half. But from my vantage point, not straight on here behind home plate. So to me, it looked like it was over the plate, but we'll do it again here. Runners take their leads. The pitch is over into the left-handed batter's box. They're going to ask the umpire if Dean offered. And Kyle Levine will say that he didn't. So from 0-2 to even here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. That one swung on. Hit out to center, ranging over for it, Miller. And he'll make the catch, and that'll do it. So the Tobs will strand 2 on base as we've played 3 full here at historic Fleming Stadium. It's a 2-0 lead for Wilson against the Asheboro Copperheads as you are watching Wilson Tobs baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv.
So what makes Mobile Mini the most secure choice for portable storage? It's our all-steel construction, patented tri-cam locking system, and container guard locks that come together to provide the most secure portable storage solution in the business. Our standard containers combine exceptional security with excellent value, utilizing exterior locking bars for access and may require an extra hand. This system is ideal for construction situations where access is infrequent. For even greater ease and convenience, our premium container delivers Mobile Mini's superior security with our easy access design. Doors easily open with one hand, making it ideal for frequent retail or commercial use. Whichever way you go, you can't go wrong. Locking in the superior quality, security, and convenience of Mobile Mini.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snacks.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we get set for the top of the 4th inning. A 2-0 lead for the Wilson Tobs as Jason Kornatzer back out on the mound. There's the throw down to second by Troy Christopher. Will get us set to go here. Is stepping in to lead things off. It'll be the second baseman, as it'll be Nate Blankney. Blankney popped up to third baseman Drew Brooks, his first time up. That got the second inning underway. Kornatzer and the Tobs were able to get out of the 3rd inning after what seemed like a relatively routine fly ball to Brooks on the infield at 3rd. It's just going to be the second out of the inning. Actually turned into an inning-ending double play as the runner at first, David Postis, had run down to second and was just standing on the bag. And so Brooks tossed over to Dean at first for the out. Count here is going to start off 2-0 to the batter, Blakeney. And now a good throw down to first. And so that will be the first out of the inning. So that will bring up Kirby Lambert. So a 5-3 there. So Lambert will step up here into the left-handed batter's box. That'll be called strike one. And now this one going to miss inside. That one almost hit the batter, Lambert. And now that one's swung a miss. Good fastball, so Cornets are showing some late life. Christopher will go through the signs. This one skied in the air. Hit out to center as Doyle will make the catch, and there are two away. And so that'll bring up the third baseman, Brant Ollinger. As Ollinger, his first time up, walked. That came in the second inning with 2 outs. Eventually we'd get over to third after Kornatzer walked Clemens and Cahill. And now this will be a called strikeout or have some good movement there from Kornatzer. Nice job too though by Shamoy Christopher. And now a big swing and miss here from Ollinger. Tobs played 2 runs in the bottom of the second inning off the 2 RBI single from Antoine Tucker. That has been the only scoring of this game. 0-2 pitch here is in the dirt. Kornatzer might have tried to pull a little bit too much on that one. So stepping back in here, Brant Ollinger. Here's the offering, and that went over the head of Ollinger as he saw that one coming for the helmet and ducked out of the way. So the count will even up here now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. After that one had ricocheted off the backstop. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one skied in the air. And over to the right side of the infield. It'll be caught by Kevin McGowan. And that'll be a P4 to end the inning. So we will send this one to a timeout as we'll get set to go to the bottom of the 4th as you're watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snack.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
Whenever you have a chance to give back to the community, it's a special day.
I just had the opportunity to help a mother and her 3 children move into a home.
So Mobile Mini is actually more than just the leader in secure storage and office rentals. We are a community player.
Giving back is one of Mobile Mini's core values. It's something that's ingrained in us.
I take pride in knowing that my efforts in the community is helping to make someone's life better.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we get set for the bottom of the 4th inning. As Jason Kornatzer able to work a 1-2-3 4th inning. So we'll see if the Tobs can add to the 2-run lead that they have here in the bottom of the 4th. 2 runs on 6 hits. Pitcher swung on a broken bat. Scott a little trouble picking it up. Now he does. And he tosses it over to first as Fazo, after breaking the bat, spiked it into the ground going down the first base line. And so there's a quick out. As Fazo now 0 for 2. So now that'll bring up Antoine Tucker. We'll see what he can do here with the bases empty and only 1 out in the inning. He came through big for the Tobs in the second as he had the 2 RBI single with 2 outs. First pitch he sees here from Scott is going to be a call strike. Righty-righty matchup. Also give you another look around the Coastal Plain League and the out-of-town scores. And a pitch here, very close. No swing, though, from Tucker as the count will even up. Bottom of the 7th inning, all even at 5 between Wilmington and Fayetteville. The pitch here is chopped to third. It's going to be a fair ball. Scooping it with Ollinger's throw. And he's going to be in time. So a nice play by Ollinger over at third. That one almost had handcuffed him at first. And they are two-way top of the order now for Brenton Doyle. Also in the bottom of the 5th inning, a 2-0 lead for Martinsville over Holly Springs. And then waiting to see here if there's anything happening between Gastonia and High Point Thomasville. Still marked in the bottom of the 9th inning, and Gastonia with a 6-4 lead. First pitch here is going to be taken for a ball by Brenton Doyle. He's 1 for 2 in the game. Struck out swinging in the first and then singled in the 2nd inning. Was able to get Antoine Tucker to the 3rd, but the Tobs couldn't score. Now he swings through and misses at this one. So that is a final from High Point Thomasville as Gastonia picks up the 6-4 win. Ball here down the right field line, but that one will drop. So it'll just be a long strike number 2. Here's the count now, a ball and 2 strikes. So with the loss, High Point Thomasville will drop to 7-8. And with the win, Gastonia now improves to 7-8. So as it stands right now, all the teams in the CPL West Division have 7 wins. Copperhead's trying to be a team to go to 8. Pitch here, given a good ride over top of the beer garden. First base side, that one quickly is out of play. So right now, the only 2 teams in the CPL West that are above 500 is Asheboro, Forest City right at 500. And this one swung out and missed for strike 3. And so it'll be a 1-2-3 bottom of the 4th for Jalen Scott. As that'll be the 2nd time tonight that Doyle has struck out swing. And so we are through 4 innings here at historic Fleming Stadium. As we'll send this one to a timeout. You're watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv.
So what makes Mobile Mini the most secure choice for portable storage? It's our all-steel construction, patented tri-cam locking system, and container guard locks that come together to provide the most secure portable storage solution in the business. Our standard containers combine exceptional security with excellent value, utilizing exterior locking bars for access and may require an extra hand. This system is ideal for construction situations where access is infrequent. For even greater ease and convenience, our premium container delivers Mobile Mini's superior security with our easy access design. Doors easily open with one hand, making it ideal for frequent retail or commercial use. Whichever way you go, you can't go wrong. Locking in the superior quality, security, and convenience of Mobile Mini.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snack.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we get closer to start the top of the 5th inning after we worked a very quick 4th inning. Both pitchers, Jalen Scott and Jason Kornatz, are working 1, 2, 3 innings. So now Jason Kornatz are going to see if he can follow up what he did against the 5, 6, and 7 batters. And the 4th against the 8, 9, and 1 batters for Asheboro here in the 5th inning. As it'll be Clemens, Cahill, and then back to the top of the order for Miller. No runs in this game for the Copperheads. 2 runs on 6 hits for the Tobs. The Tobs last night in game number 2 got a gem from their starter, Chris Kernan, who tossed a complete game shutout victory for the Tobs as they completed the doubleheader sweep against the Martinsville Mustangs. Tobs coming away with a 6-0 win in that game. Kernan struck out 9 in 7 innings, yielded just 3 hits. First pitch here from Kornatzer, going to be a strike there on the outer half of the plate. As for Kernan, he took the no-hitter into the 5th inning before it was broken up. And then the Mustangs would add 2 hits in the top of the 7th inning as they tried to rally late. Good start here for Kornatzer to the top of the 5th as he's ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes to Trevor Clemens. Clemens walked in his first at bat. This one will miss over into the right-handed batter's box. Shoy Christopher going to go through a couple of signs. Kornatzer agrees on one. The offering swung on, and that one is going to be into shallow center as Frick wasn't able to get there. And so that'll be the first hit of the game for the Copperheads. And it comes to Trevor Clemens leading off the 5th. So that'll bring up Cahill. 6th base runner of the game for Asheboro. Their first that has reached via a hit. Cahill walked in his first and only at bat in the 2nd inning. Kornatzer delivers, and that one's going to miss just inside, trying to frame the inside part of the plate. Bottom of the 7th inning now between Wilmington and Fayetteville. Those teams still tied at 5. 1-0 pitch is swung out and fouled back and out of play. Bottom of the 5th inning, Holly Springs has rallied to tie the game 2-2 against Martinsville. And then underway in Morehead City as Edenton goes scoreless in the top of the 1st. Martland's coming to bat for the first time. And still no start as of yet between Macon and Lexington County. Pitch here swung on to short. Frick flips to second. McGowan the turn, not going to be in time. So the Tobs will get 1 as Clemens is out at second, 6-4. Cahill will reach on the fielder's choice. As things, they're taking just a little bit too long. And so that'll bring up Zach Miller, the center fielder for Asheboro. 0 for 2 in the game. A pop-up and a strikeout. First pitch he sees from Kornatzer gives it a ride on the right field line, but that one will be foul. Right down into the bullpen of the Copperheads. As the shadows starting to creep and make their way out towards the infield dirt here at historic Fleming Stadium. As the sun continues to set, the 0-1 pitch. Runner is going, but Shamoy Christopher didn't come up throwing. So it'll be a stolen base for Ryan Cahill. And for Cahill on the season, that'll be his 2nd stolen base. Pitcher is grounded past the 3rd baseman, Brooks. They're going to hold the runner as Tucker was able to get to it. And so the 1-out single after the stolen base will put runners on the corners here for the Copperheads as they look to try to cut into the Wilson lead. So 2nd hit of the inning, 2nd hit of the game. So that'll bring up the shortstop, Caleb Webster. He's 0 for 2 in the game. And is grounded out to McGowan at second, is also flied out to Doyle in center. Throw over here to check the runner. No tag applied as Zach Miller is back in there safely. Miller has stolen 2 bases out in the year, has been caught stealing once. The only runners for the Copperheads have been caught stealing this year: Adams, Miller, and Morrison. Pitch here, giving a right out to right. Going back for it is Freeman. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner, Cahill. He'll score. And a sacrifice fly from Caleb Webster will get the Copperheads onto the scoreboard, as it's now 2-1 here in the top of the 5th inning.
Now batting, we're at number 29, David Closer.
And on the play, the runner, Miller, at first had to hold. So for Caleb Webster, that'll be RBI number 6 of the season for him. That'll bring up the right fielder, David Postis, who takes a call strike number 1. Postis has walked twice tonight in each of the first and third innings. But for the first time in this game, we'll bat here with a runner on base. A quick throw over. Dean does apply a tag. The runner was back safely already. So a run on 2 hits thus far here in the 5th for the Copperheads. Kornatzer delivers. The runner is going. Swung on and missed. The throw by Christopher. It got away from Frick, as I believe his glove had gotten thrown off as he made contact with the runner, Miller. But luckily, McGowan, the second baseman, was there to back it up. So the count will be 0-2. To the batter, Postis at the plate. Second stolen base of the inning for the Copperheads, who came in to this game with 15 stolen bases on the season. They've upped that number to 17. 0-2 pitch here from Kornatzer is low and inside. Not offering at it was Postis. Sean Phelan, the first baseman, up in the on-deck circle. There are 2 away here in the inning. Look back to second. Now the pitch home is going to miss up and away. Kornatzer in a spot here. Doesn't want to try to give the batter something all that great to hit, trying to get a chase, but Copperheads just haven't obliged all that much here in this one on swinging at stuff outside of the zone. So from 0-2, now the 2-2 offering is going to be fouled at the plate. So a nice job there by Postis to spoil the pitch. As looks like head coach Brian Hill this time going to bring some baseballs out to the home plate umpire. It looks like we might have lost our Pat Boy here momentarily. So the count still 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch, and that one is a called strike 3. And Postis knew it. He already had started to make the turn back to the dugout. So the Copperheads will leave a runner on base, but they do get a run on the sacrifice fly from Caleb Webster. As we will go to the bottom of the 5th inning, as the Tobs hold on to their 2-1 lead. As fans, be sure to remember that there are 2 more R.A. Jeffries Band Series nights remaining, where there'll be a band playing either when the gates open or starting immediately following the 7th inning until well after the game is over. As the remaining R.A. Jeffries Band Series nights will be on July 19th and July 26th. The Tobs would also like to send a special thank you out to all of our host families for all of your support of the Wilson Tobs this season. If you are interested in being part of our team behind the team, please contact the Tobs front office today. Tobs would also like to thank Thomas Law, as Thomas Law has continued their support of Wilson Tobs baseball and been a sponsor for the past 22 seasons. I'd also like to thank our other 2 exclusive partners of Wilson Tobs baseball, Greenlight and Emerge Ortho. As we get set here for the bottom of the 5th inning, it'll be Brooks, McGowan, and Christopher against the starter, Jalen Scott, who has allowed 2 runs on 6 hits through 4 innings. The big inning for the Tobs was the 4-hit second, as they did leave 2 runners on base. The Tobs actually left 2 runners on in each of the second and third innings before Scott worked his first 1-2-3 inning in the fourth. Both pitchers were able to work for the fourth inning cleanly. So Drew Brooks will step in, 1 for 2 in the game. Tripled back in the first, is also struck out swinging. That came to end the second inning. Pitch here is going to be taken low and outside. As Jalen Scott has now seen his offense plate their first run of the game, cut the deficit in half. Pitch here swung on, hit towards second, playing top as Blakeney's throw is in time. And there's one away. So that'll bring up Kevin McGowan, who's been on base once tonight. He walked in the third inning. He's also popped up to the shortstop. McGowan, the number 3 batter in the Tobs lineup. Trying to pick up his first hit of the game. A fastball here will paint the outside corner. Gets a big shot out from the dugout on the first base side of good. And now this one a high chopper, but it'll be foul as quickly off the mound was Jalen Scott trying to field his position there. So just one final score to pass along across the Coastal Plain League as Gastonia 6-4 winners against High Point Thomasville. Wilmington and Fayetteville tied 5-5 in the top of the 8th. Martinsville has taken a 3-2 lead against Holly Springs in the top of the 6th. Ball here, head out to left center. The center fielder, Miller, not going to get to it. It goes all the way to the wall. And McGowan is going to be at second with a 1-out double. So McGowan gets his first hit of the game. That'll be the 6th double that Jalen Scott has allowed this year. 7th hit of the game for the Tobs and for McGowan. That'll be his 3rd double. And that'll bring up Shamoy Christopher. Reach base on a fielder's choice. Back in the 3rd inning as the Copperheads tried to turn a double play. Couldn't finish the back end of it. Is also grounded back to the pitcher. Watches this first one, a called strike on the outer half. So the Tobs get another base runner. Over these last 5 games, really haven't had a problem at all getting the base runners. Something that was a little bit different through the middle portion of this first half after the Tobs were mirrored in a 3-game losing streak. And during that time, they did have trouble getting some base runners on. Count here 0-2 to Shamoy Christopher after the foul ball. Jalen Scott sets and delivers, and that one off of the mask of Clemens. And I think from one catcher to another, Shamoy Christopher going to know how that one might feel. As Clemens had to give the mask a check to make sure that it was okay. Now going to try to shake out the cobwebs a little bit. So the Tobs have seen their lead cut to 2-1 after a run in the top of the 5th from the Copperheads. Going to try to see if they can get that run back. McGowan leads off second after the 1-out double. They just kept going and eventually sailed over the center fielder's head in Miller. Another 0-2 pitch on the way, and that one misses inside. Good take there by Shamoy Christopher. Carson Freeman is in the on-deck circle. Clemens will go through the signs, hoping to find one that'll miss the bat of Christopher. And now a big high knee kick there from Scott. And eventually stepped off of the rubber, no throw. I think you could tell something was going to happen there with the aggressive kick from Jalen Scott. 1-2 is swung at and missed. Shamoy Christopher couldn't hold up on it. And so with 2 away, that will bring up Carson Freeman. Freeman tonight has singled and struck out looking. A single came back in the second inning. He also scored off of the 2 RBI single from Antoine Tucker. That has been the only scoring tonight for the Tops. As Freeman had stepped in to get ready, but then Scott had stepped off. Looks like the two are on the same page now. First pitch is going to be swung on right to the second baseman. Blakeney. His throw is low, but the first baseman feeling able to bail him out. And that will do it. So the 1-out double will stay at second after McGowan doesn't advance. As we've played 5 full here at historic Fleming Stadium. 2-1 lead for the Tobs. You're watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv.
So what makes Mobile Mini the most secure choice for portable storage? It's our all-steel construction, patented tri-cam locking system, and container guard locks that come together to provide the most secure portable storage solution in the business. Our standard containers combine exceptional security with excellent value, utilizing exterior locking bars for access and may require an extra hand.
Cahill has been on base twice today, has walked, reached on a fielder's choice, and scored. As the first pitch will be a strikeout on the outer half. Tobs do have another pitcher warming up down in the bullpen, as it looks like it is Danny Cody. And this one is going to be a called strike, as they say the batter, Ryan Cahill, offered at it. Home plate umpire Mitch Trezak calling it. And the Copperheads, they have a pitcher tossing as well. Pitch here swung on, tailing out to right center. Freeman's not going to be able to get to it. That's to the wall. Heading for 2 is Cahill, and he's sticking about 3, but he's going to put the brakes on. And so that'll be a leadoff double for Ryan Cahill, and that puts the potential go-ahead runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the 7th. For the Copperheads. So that'll be the 5th of the night for the Copperheads. It's their first extra base hit. Is going through the signs here at third, head coach Keith Ritchie. To his leadoff batter, Zach Miller. Miller is 1 for 3 in this one, singled in the 5th. Has also struck out and popped up to the first baseman. Showing bunt. This one will be picked up by Shmoy Christopher, but they say he picked it up in foul territory. So the count will be 0-1. As it was going to be called a fair ball until Shmoy Christopher had put it into the glove. As the Copperheads obviously trying to get the runner Cahill over to third here to put that potential go-ahead run even that much closer to home plate. And this one will be marked as foul. And so the count here will be 0-2. The runner leads at second, as that is Cahill. And the pitch here is going to miss over in the left-handed batter's box. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Tie game 2-2. Pitch from Jenkins, just going to miss. as they were looking for the first out of the inning. And this one is skied in the air. And this one is going to drop. McGowan can't get it. He tried to make a play on it. So moving over to third will be Cahill. And so that'll be the second consecutive hit of the inning as Miller reaches it first. And so now that moves the potential go-ahead run for the Copperheads to third with nobody out. And Caleb Webster, who had a sacrifice fly to get the scoring started for the Copperheads back in the fifth inning. And the pitch here is going to be outside, starting to show bunt was Webster. Mike Christopher, all of his attention was the runner at first, but pretty aggressively was Ryan Cahill coming down the line at third. And this one is outside now. A snap throw down. Did they get the runner? And the umpire said that back safely was Miller. It was a nice job by Caleb Dean to corral it. So the count even a ball and a strike. Copperheads threatening to try to take a lead here. The pitch from Jenkins is waved at and missed. And the count now a ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. Tobs started the game by scoring the first 2 runs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Copperheads answered with a run in the 5th, a run in the 6th, trying to add a run here in the 7th. The pitch, that one swung on down the right field line. Freeman going to try to get to it in foul territory, but he wasn't able to come up with it as he laid out for it. And so he's not able to come up with it. So the at-bat will stay here 1-2. As the home plate umpire looking for some more baseballs here. As Nico Jenkins does have one, but assuming the umpire running low on them, as he showed over 3 times, he was looking for some more baseballs. Runners take their leads from the corners. Here's the 1-2, and that one swung on, hit out to right. Freeman going back on it. He's going to make the throw in. Coming home is Cahill. He's going to score easily. And so 3 sacrifice flies in this game over the last 3 innings have given Asheboro a 3-2 lead as Webster is his 2nd RBI of the game.
Now batting, wearing number 29, David Postis.
So Cahill, who started the inning out with a double, moves over to third on the single by Miller. Miller had to go back to first, but Postis will step up now and he will face a new pitcher as Nico Jenkins will come out as he allows his first run of the year. And the new pitcher will be Danny Cody. As Danny Cody wears jersey number 23, a junior from Baldwin Wallace in Medina, Ohio. As there's one away. So the 5th pitcher of the night. Give you the numbers for Danny Cody. As for Cody on the season, this will be his 4th appearance, all of them in relief. He's worked 4 1/3 innings, has allowed 6 runs, 5 of those earned on 7 hits. Has struck out 7 times, or excuse me, has had 7 strikeouts and then issued 2 walks. So the Tobs would love to have his strikeout pitch here. And there's a runner at first with 1 away, but now a 3-2 lead for the Copperheads. A run in each of the last 3 innings. As a look here around the scores from the Coastal Plain League. As a final from earlier between Gastonia and High Point Thomasville. Gastonia picking up a 6-4 win. Bottom of the 9th inning, Wilmington and Fayetteville tied 5-5. Bottom of the 7th, still tied 3-3 between Martinsville and Holly Springs. Top of the 4th inning, Edenton and Morehead City are tied at 1. Edenton looking for their 3rd straight win. And then top of the 4th, Macon all over Lexington County 5-0. Danny Cody's first pitch here going to miss outside to the batter, David Poses. He was walked twice in this game and is also struck out looking. So since Kornatzer came out to start the 6th inning, Tobs now on their 4th pitcher in Danny Cody. He looks at the runner over his shoulder. Runner is going. The pitch is swung and missed. The throw by Chamoy Christopher is going to be out of the glove. Luckily, Kevin McGowan was able to make the acrobatic play to pick it up. So it'll be a stolen base. 3rd of the game for the Copperheads as a team. The 1st for the runner here in Miller. So the count now, a ball and a strike. As the umpire in the field, Kyle Levine, was waiting for the runner Miller to say he was okay. Look back to second by Danny Cody. His 1-1 pitch is swung on. That one's in the left field. Antoine Tucker picks it up. They're going to hold the runner. But now the runner between first and second, and the runner is going to go down as aggressive base running there from David Poses. As he had stopped just for a second once he rounded first, but took the big turn. And then it continued down to second once he saw that the throw was going to be to the catcher. So it's now 2nd and 3rd. So there'll be runners at 2nd and 3rd now with 1 away for the Copperheads. As Poses will get a single. Goes down to 2nd on the throw. Zach Miller stands at 3rd. As the batter is now the first baseman, Sean Field. He started off the 6th inning with a single against Eddie Tavares. He's behind the count here, 0-1. Cody delivers. That one swung on and fouled on the first baseline. So the count now 0-2. So the Copperheads looking to try to add to their now 3-2 lead. A run in each of the last 3 innings. As the infield will come in here for the Tobs, trying to hopefully cut down the runner at the plate if necessary. 0-2 pitch coming out of the hands of Danny Cody, and that one almost got by Christopher, but he was able to glove it. Runner over at 3rd is Zach Miller. David Poses at 2nd. 7 hits now in the game for Asheboro. And all 7 of those have come in the last 3 innings. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Did the batter offer at it? Chamoy Christopher couldn't find it. They're going to check and see, and the umpire said that the batter did not offer at it. As Danny Cody asked for a different baseball. And then Chamoy Christopher quickly tossed it over towards the 3rd base dugout. So Danny Cody and Chamoy Christopher thought that the batter Phelan had offered at it. Umpire didn't agree. So now we'll have a 2-2 with 1 away here in the inning. Here's the pitch, and that one swung on right back up the middle. This one's going to plate too. As the throw here will be cut off by Caleb Dean, and then the throw comes home. As maybe Caleb Dean could have let that one go all the way home on the throw from the center fielder, Brent Doyle. As Doyle had a strong throw in, and Dean had cut it off and then threw home, unable to get the runners. So Phelan picks up his 2nd hit of the game, and it's now a 5-2 lead after a throw over to check the runner at first. As the batter is Nate Blakeney. There's the pitch, and that one is going to be a strike called on the inner half. So it'll be a 2 RBI single for Sean Phelan to make it 5-2. As Miller and Posa score. Now a strike called here on the outer half. So quickly behind the count is Nate Blakeney, who has been on base once in this game, walked in the 6th. Was stranded at third, has also popped up to third, grounded out to third. So 5 runs over the last 3 innings for the Copperheads. Pitch here is up in the zone. As that one not off net. Both teams with 8 hits now. As this is what the Tobs did last night in the first game against Martinsville. It was the Mustangs who scored the early first 2 runs. Then the Tobs were just able to chip away and eventually take the lead against Martinsville. Cody delivers, and this one is going to miss inside. As that one almost caught the batter, Blakeney. Kirby Lambert in the on-deck circle. He's 1 for 3. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and that one swung on. That one popped up. Going to be a tough play here, and Freeman able to get there, but he can't make the throw to first, even though he's almost able to just run it into the bag. And so that will be the second out of the inning on the F9. So it looks like we'll have a pinch hitter here for the Copperheads. As it'll be number 26. As it will be Elwood, who is Todd Elwood from UNC Charlotte. Elwood from Indian Trail, North Carolina, will pinch hit here for the designated hitter, Kirby Lambert. So the count 1 to him. Now it'll even up here.
Now batting, wearing number 26, Todd Elwood.
And the 1-1 from Danny Cody going to bounce in the dirt. So the count now 2-1. So the count is 2-1. And this one gonna miss. That was close. Danny Cody didn't miss by much. So the count now 3-1 here with the runner feeling over at first after his 2 RBI single here in the 7th. That has opened the Asheboro lead up to 3. Pitch here swung on, chopper up the middle. And just going to second will be McGowan. And so that'll end the inning, but not before the Copperheads plate 3 to take their first lead of the night, as it's 5-2. As we'll stay here, we'll send it down as it's time for 7th inning stretch here at historic Fleming Stadium in Wilson, North Carolina.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snacks.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Payne along with you here as we get set for the bottom of the 7th inning. And now the Tobs find themselves trailing by 3 runs as the Copperheads have scored the last 5 runs of the game over the last 3 innings. But the Tobs have definitely had their chances here tonight as they left Drew Brooks at third base back in the first inning after his 1-out triple. They left a pair of runners on in the second following the 2 RBI single by Antoine Tucker. They left 2 runners on base in the third inning. They left Kevin McGowan at second base after his 1-out double. And then they left Pat Frick at second base after his leadoff single. So the Tobs have had their chances. They've had their base runners, just have not been able to pick up the timely hits or break since the 2 RBI single from Tucker back in the second. But they could quickly turn things around here with one swing of the bat to kind of get things going. Brenton Doyle will step in to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th. He's 1 for 3. Singled back in the second, has also struck out twice. As he will face the reliever Jack Yusko. And Yusko came on with a runner on second and one away in the sixth. Took over for the starter, Jalen Scott. And the 1-0 is going to be low and inside. So really no good pitches so far for Brenton Doyle to look at. Yusko gets the snatch from his catcher Clemens. This one's chopped high. Could be a tough play. The shortstop bare hands at his throw. Not going to be in time. It was a great play from Webster. As he picked it up with the bare hand as him and Ollinger were there. And he's just going to run back to short and really not even make his way over to talk with his third baseman Ollinger. And so that will be a leadoff single for the Tobs, their 9th hit of the game. Second hit for Doyle. As it looks like head coach Keith Ritchie making his way out of the dugout, and he's going to make a pitching change as he makes the call down to the bullpen. So he'll allow Yusko just to face Brenton Doyle as he gives up the infield single. And so Drew Brooks will have a new pitcher to face. Here with nobody out and a runner on the bottom of the 7th. And so the new pitcher for the Asheboro Copperheads will be number 15 as it's Michael James, a redshirt senior from Hofstra out of Brentwood, Tennessee. The left-hander will take over here for Jack Yusko. So this will be the first appearance for Michael James, as he will face Drew Brooks with Brenton Doyle on first and nobody out. Tobs is trailing 5-2. Their 5-game winning streak on the line here. So Brooks in this game has tripled. That came all the way back in the first inning since, has struck out and grounded out to second. All 3 of those at-bats coming against the starter, Jalen Scott. So 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors in this one for the Copperheads. 2 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Tobs. Pitch here to miss low and outside, so it'll be a lefty-lefty matchup as head coach Keith Ritchie trying to play the situational matchups here. Does have a pitcher already tossing down in the bullpen and another one making his way down there. 1-0 pitch, going to miss up and inside. A snap throw. Doyle going to be called safe. And Phelan applied the tag. And Keith Ritchie came popping out of the dugout. Came up to the second step. Thought his first baseman had gotten the tag down. Count 2-0. This one's inside. The runner going. The throw to the wrong side of the bag, and it's a stolen base for Brenton Doyle. And so a runner reaching base safely, courtesy of Travel Easy, is 1-2-3. As for Brenton Doyle, that'll be his 5th stolen base, now 5 for 5. As the Tobs are now 25 for 31 this season in stolen bases. The count 3-0 to the batter, Drew Brooks. The pitch is taken for ball 4. As Michael James walks the first batter that he faces. So that'll put runners on first and second. And so McGowan will step up. He's had 2 good at-bats in his last 2 trips up. He walked in the 3rd, doubled in the 5th, but was stranded at 2nd. So the Tobs really could use a double from him here. Tobs trailing 5-2. James will take a look back to 2nd. And the pitch here, that'll be a called strike. The catcher Clemens was crossed up a little bit, though, I believe, as he was starting to head towards the outside part of the plate and had to quickly change his momentum to frame that pitch. And this one swung at and missed. It was in the dirt. So not a good pitch there for McGowan to offer in, but he couldn't hold up on it. So for Michael James, just the 3rd pitcher of the night for the Copperheads. After the starter Jalen Scott worked into the 6th inning, faced 2 batters, was able to get it out, so he went 5 1/3. Jason Cornatzer, the starter for the Tobs, he went 5. 0-2 pitch here is swung at and missed. And so not a good at-bat there for McGowan, trying to put too much pressure on himself at the plate. And so now there's 1 away. So that'll bring up Shamoy Christopher, and we'll get to see him for the first time tonight from the right side of the plate. With the left-hander, Michael James on the mound. So runner out at 2nd as Bretton Doyle had the leadoff single in this inning, then stole 2nd, then the walk to Brooks. Here's the pitch. That one is swung on, but foul on the 3rd base line. And Shamoy Christopher gave it a ride. So we'll try things again here. The count now 0-1. Defense will play behind the runners. Doyle is going for 3rd. The pitch is a ball to play, and that caught Clemens in a bad spot. So that'll be a double steal as a pair of Tobs reaching base safely, courtesy of Triple Easy is 1-2-3. So Doyle is 2nd stolen base of the inning, so he's now 6 for 6 on the season. And then the stolen base as well for Drew Brooks. And so it was a ball at the plate. So now 2 runners in scoring position here for Shamoy Christopher. There's the home plate umpire giving and Clemens still locking things off now. Head coach Keith Ritchie going to come out, and he might use this timeout from his catcher Cody Clemens. Maybe Trevor Clemens. Obviously not Cody Clemens, even though he's a good ball player too, but not the right Clemens. So Trevor Clemens making his way out, and then Keith Ritchie, he's going to go ahead and make another call to the bullpen. So reliever Michael James comes in, faces Brooks, walks him, strikes out McGowan, and he leaves with a 1-1 count to the batter, Shamoy Christopher. So it'll be the 3rd pitcher of the inning. As looks like it'll be number 23, as that will be Jordan. It'll be Leon Davidson. Number 23 is listed on the roster for Asheboro. So it'll be Leon Davidson from North Carolina A&T, a sophomore out of Huntersville, North Carolina. As he will come on with runners at 2nd and 3rd and 1 away. Tobs threatening here, trying to get back into this game. They played 2-0. They saw the lead cut to 2-1. Then the game tied 2-2. And then they saw the Copperheads take a 3-2 lead. And then they saw them take a 5-2 lead. The first 3 runs of the game for Asheboro, all scoring on sacrifice flies, before first baseman Sean Phelan delivered a 2 RBI single. So it'll be Leon Davidson to deliver here. As we'll take a look at the stats, see if Davidson has any of those to mention. For Davidson, this will be his second appearance of the year, has an 0-1 record. And he has tossed an inning and a third, has allowed 3 runs, all of them earned off 3 hits, has struck out 2 batters, walked 1, has also given up a home run. His ERA 20.25. So he will face Shamoy Christopher, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. With the runners Doyle and Brooks both in scoring position. Again, while we have the chance, I'd like to thank our exclusive partners, Thomas Law Attorneys, Greenlight, and Emerge Ortho. Also like to thank French West Vaughan, NC by Train, and Travel Easy as 1, 2, 3. Along with our game day sponsor, State Farm and TL Herring and Company. So the umpires had a quick chat about some things, probably talking about the count just to make sure that it was right. They kept looking up at the scoreboard. So the count will be a ball and a strike, as that's what the scoreboard reads, even though the umpire was waving the 1-1s up there. So now Shamoy Christopher will switch to the other side of the plate. So he started the at-bat in the right-handed batter's box, now in the left-handed batter's box. So it'll be interesting to see if this at-bat will be officially credited as a right-handed at-bat or a left-handed at-bat. Seems he started as a right-handed. So the 2-1 is going to be a called strike. That looked to be a little blown outside. Shamoy Christopher didn't agree with that much. He needs a second here, as he's going to turn around. As head coach Brian Hill was trying to give him some signs, but Christopher had turned around. So instead of a 3-1 count, it's now 2-2 to Shamoy Christopher with 1 out. And the pitcher, Leon Davidson, third pitcher of the inning for the Copperheads. Here's the 2-2, and that one swung on and missed for strike 3. And now the bat going to be tossed by Shamoy Christopher. He's not even going to go get it. And I don't know if Shamoy Christopher has been tossed, but the umpire did motion to the bat. So Shamoy Christopher clearly wasn't happy with what happened in that at-bat, and right after he had struck out, he tossed the bat to the backstop. And then the home plate umpire, Mitch Trezak, pointed to the bat, which Shamoy Christopher did not go get. It was the bat boy who got it. So the first pitch here from Davidson is swung on and missed by Carson Freeman. So now there's 2 away. Third is Brenton Doyle. Drew Brooks is at second. Tobs down by 3. Freeman 1 for 3 in the game. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that one is swung on and missed, and the count now quickly 0-2. And head coach Keith Ritchie, he had got up to the top of the steps first base side, and he was having some words to send out to the field after Shamoy Christopher had tossed his bat. So Leon Davidson trying to come in and strand a pair of runners on base. Here's the 0-2, and that one is swung on and fouled out of play as Freeman keeps the at-bat alive. So another 0-2 pitch. And now time asked here by the batter, Carson Freeman. He singled, scored a run back on the second inning, has also struck out looking and grounded out to second. The catcher, Trevor Clemens, will go through the signs. Here's the 0-2 again. It's in the dirt, and Clemens able to corral it, as that'll make the runners go back. Set on the mound is Davidson. He delivers the 1-2. It's swung on and fouled out of play again. Carson Freeman battling here in this at bat. The Tobs started the inning with a single from Brenton Doyle, then the walk to Drew Brooks. But then back-to-back strikeouts against McGowan and Christopher. Have now put 2 outs on the board here in the inning. So another 1-2 pitch coming. And that one is swung on, hit out to left, but it's going to be caught in left field, as that's caught by Cahill. So the Tobs will strand 2 runners on base, as we will head to the top of the 8th inning, as Freeman couldn't get enough on it to go over the left fielder, or just not enough to fall in front of the left fielder. So we've played 7 here at historic Fleming Stadium, a 5-2 lead for the Asheboro Copperheads, as you're watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv.
So what makes Mobile Mini the most secure choice for portable storage? It's our all-steel construction, patented tri-cam locking system, and container guard locks that come together to provide the most secure portable storage solution in the business. Our standard containers combine exceptional security with excellent value, utilizing exterior locking bars for access and may require an extra hand. This system is ideal for construction situations where access is infrequent. For even greater ease and convenience, our premium container delivers Mobile Mini's superior security with our easy access design. Doors easily open with one hand, making it ideal for frequent retail or commercial use. Whichever way you go, you can't go wrong, locking in the superior quality, security, and convenience of Mobile Mini.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snack.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as a defensive change for the Wilson Tobs as we get started here for the top of the 8th inning, as it'll be a new catcher as Jacob Sharon has come in to take over for Shamoy Christopher, who will not return after tossing his bat right to the backstop after he struck out after taking a call what he thought was not a strike. That was a strike 2. And then the home plate umpire had pointed for him to pick up the bat, and he didn't. And head coach Brian Hill, as Christopher started to make his way out of the dugout to the field, threw up the stop sign and told him to head back to the dugout. And we saw Jacob Sharon getting his catcher's gear on. So that is the defensive change. So that'll bring in Sharon out of University of Louisiana Monroe. So for the Copperheads here in the top of the 8th, that'll be their 7, 8, 9 batters, Ollinger, Clemens, and Cahill. And the first pitch here is going to be in and out of the glove of Sharon. So for the Copperheads, they've scored the last 5 runs of the game. And they have picked up all 8 of their hits in the last 3 innings. Righty-righty matchup as this one is swung on. That one's going to be off of the catcher, Sharon. In this game, Ollinger tonight has delivered a sacrifice RBI, as that tied the game up in the 6th inning. He has also walked and popped up to McGowan at second. And this one going to be fouled off. As the home plate umpire comes to get some more baseballs here. The base is empty here as we start the top of the 8th inning. Count 1-2. And the pitch here is going to handcuff Sharon as he has to hustle up the line to get it. So the count will even up here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The catcher, Trevor Clemens, in the on-deck circle. Here's the 2-2, and that one, as Sharon went down into the splits there, couldn't get the call. Tobs in this one tonight offensively have left 9 runners on base. And a big fastball here from Danny Cody. He might have reached a little bit back for that one, but that will be the first out of the inning. So an Edward Jones, Chris Collins strikeout to start off the top of the 8th. And that'll bring up the catcher, Trevor Clemens. In the game tonight, Carson Freeman unfortunately has left 3 runners on base. Caleb Dean and Drew Brooks have each left 2 on base. So a righty-lefty matchup here. Clemens has been on base twice tonight, walked, has singled, and grounded into a double play. And it takes a call strike here. That double play was big as it got the Tobs out of the 6th inning after the Copperheads had tied the game 2-2 as there were runners on the corners with just 1 out. 0-1 pitch here is swung on, and that'll be fouled out of play over beyond the Tobs front offices on the left field side. So looking ahead to the bottom of the 8th, it'll be the 6, 7, and 8 batters for the Tobs. Sharon ready to go behind the plate. Here's the 0-2, and that one is swung on, and that's going to be through into left field for a single off of the handle of the bat. As Clemens just able to fight that one off, and so that will be the 9th hit of the game for the Copperheads. The 2nd hit of the night for Clemens, as it's a 1-out base runner. And that'll bring up the number 9 batter, Ryan Cahill, who has been on base all 3 times tonight for the Copperheads. Walked in the 2nd inning, reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 5th, and then started the 7th out with a double and eventually came around to score, as he scored on the sacrifice fly off of the bat of Caleb Webster, which at the time gave the Copperheads a 3-2 lead. Strike going to be called here. Taking it all the way was Cahill. Runner over at first, Clemens, despite being on base 3 times tonight, is yet to attempt a stolen base. Takes a little bit of a lead. The 0-1 is going to get by Sharon. He doesn't know where it is. And they're going to think about sending the runner to 3rd, but Clemens will stop at 2nd. As that one had went off the left foot of Sharon and went over towards the Copperheads dugout. So a wild pitch. We'll move the runner Clemens down to 2nd. Count even 1-1. And the pitch here is swung on to the right side. Dean gloves it. He'll toss it to Danny Cody, who steps on the bag and then has to quickly look back towards the runner. And he's moving over to 3rd as Clemens. So 3-1 there on the out. So top of the order now for Zach Miller. Miller is 2 for 4 tonight with a pair of stolen bases. Started the night 0 for 2, but against the Tobs bullpen has picked up 2 hits. As they appeal here to see if the batter Miller offered at it. Umpire says he didn't. So the count starts off 1-0. Give you a look here at the Coastal Plain League out-of-town scoreboard. See how things are going. And this one will be a called strike. A final as Fayetteville scores in the bottom of the 9th inning to win against Wilmington at home. Bottom of the 9th inning, Martinsville leading Holly Springs 5-3. As this one is swung at and missed. Top of the 6th inning, Edenton beating Morehead City 5-2. And top of the 6th inning, Macon beating Lexington County 6-0. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that one misses up and in. So with Martinsville winning 5-3, a win for them would push them to 7-9. We're going to drop them 2 games back. 2-2 pitch here from Danny Cody is going to slow it away. Sharon tried to frame it. Couldn't get a call, so the count is now full here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Leading over at third is the catcher, Trevor Clemens. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and it's a called strike 3. And that is going to end the inning. As now the batter, Zach Miller, not happy, as he tried to plead his case with the home plate umpire. And so that'll send us to the bottom of the 8th inning as the Copperheads leave a runner on base. As it'll be a strikeout looking. So for the Tobs, they will have their 6, 7, and 8 batters, Frick, Dean, and Fazo. So hopefully Patrick Frick can continue his nice night, 3 for 3 at the plate. And has a leadoff single that came in the 6th. It looks like a new pitcher will take over for the Copperheads here, as it'll be Cameron Reed. The right-hander out of Asheboro, North Carolina, a sophomore at Pfeiffer, will take over as he will be the 5th pitcher of the night. Take over for Leon Davidson, who got the Copperheads out of the bottom of the 7th after the Tobs had 2 runners on base with nobody out, and then had runners at 2nd and 3rd with just 1 away, but were unable to score. So Reed will finish his warm-up pitches here, as he will face Frick to get things going. Getting late here in this one at historic Fleming Stadium. The Tobs' 5-game winning streak on the line here. His numbers on the season for Cameron Reed. As Reed, this will be his 6th appearance, has a 1-0 record. Has tossed 5 innings, has allowed 6 hits, but has not allowed a run. Has struck out 5 batters and walked just 2. So the Tobs, if they're going to want to score here in the bottom of the 8th, they're going to have to score the first run of the season against Cameron Reed, who is not allowed to run through 5 innings. And he will step in and get ready to go. So a righty-righty matchup. First pitch here is swung and he missed. So it should be a good matchup here for Cam Reed out of Pfeiffer University, who switched to a Division III program. Pitching here against Frick out of Wake Forest. And this one giving a ride out to left center. That one going towards the warning track. That one's going to be down. It goes all the way to the wall. And Frick is going to stop at second. A nice job by Zach Miller to quickly get to it. And so Pat Frick does himself a 4-for-4 night. And that's a leadoff double here in the bottom of the 8th. So that puts another runner in scoring position. And taking a look here for the Tobs tonight. As the Tobs with runners on base tonight, just 4 for 20. They are 1 for 13 with runners in scoring position. They've been 5 for 8 tonight with the leadoff batter. So those numbers just not adding up so far. Here's the pitch that'll be swung on by Caleb Dean and fouled back. Dean is 0 for 3 tonight. And struck out swinging twice, flied out to center, but was robbed of a hit in the 6th inning by the center fielder Miller, who left his feet to make the nice catch. So waiting the 0-1 is Caleb Dean. And this one's going to miss over in the left-handed batter's box. So Cam Reed, the first batter he faces, gives up the leadoff double to Frick. And that's now the 7th hit that he's yielded this year. One offering is going to miss low and inside. The count will go to 2-1. Ben Faisal in the on-deck circle. So now the count 2-1. And this one in the dirt, but a nice job again by Clemens to keep that one from getting by him. Frick leads out a second. He's scored once tonight, but twice has been left on base, trying to not make it a third time. 3-1 pitch here is going to be a called strike. So Caleb Dean was taking all the way, so now it'll be a 3-2 count. Caleb Dean trying to somehow find his way on base. Frick leads out at second. Here's the pitch. That one swung on. Skied in the air. First baseman giving it a look, and he'll hold on to it to make the catch in foul territory. So an 0-for-4 night for Caleb Dean. And so it looks like we will get a pinch hitter here for Ben Faisal. And so the pinch hitter will be Rigsby Mosley, who we did not see play in game number 2 of the doubleheader last night or get the start here today. He will bat for Faisal here in the bottom of the 8th. Rigsby Mosley out of Troy University has 4 RBIs here at the friendly confines of historic Fleming Stadium. As he takes a called strike 1. As Ben Faisal would start the night 0-for-3. 0-1 on its way here from Reed. That one going to miss. Nice job by Clemens again to scoop it up. So for Rigsby Mosley, he is 2-for-9 on the season. 4 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Does have a walk. Here's the pitch. It swung on towards the second baseman. Took a high hop. Can the second baseman make the throw? And he does. So we've seen some nice plays at second base tonight by Blakeney. And also some nice defensive plays just in general for the Copperheads behind their pitching staff tonight. As that one looked like it had eyes up the middle, but it wouldn't get through. So Frick will move over to third, but there are now 2 away. And that'll bring up Antoine Tucker. So Tucker, a 2 RBI single all the way back in the second inning. But first, the catcher, Trevor Clemens, going to go out and talk with his pitcher here. Talk a little strategy, as obviously Clemens has been in the whole game, so he has seen Tucker 3 times at the plate. But the pitcher, Cam Reed, is not. So we'll see what Antoine Tucker can do with Pat Frick at third base, moving over on the ground out by Mosley. First pitch here is going to be slow for a ball. Cam Reed, the 5th pitcher of the night for the Copperheads. Both teams have used 5 pitchers. This one misses low and inside. Top of the order, Brenton Doyle in the on-deck circle. Has himself a 2-for-4 night, hoping he can get to the plate here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Tobs looking for a late rally here at home. As the 2-0 pitch misses inside. So whatever strategy Clemens had talked over with Reed, don't think this was what they talked about. Maybe it was. But now a 3-0 pitch will be coming. And that'll be called a strike as Tucker has to come back. He thought it would miss for a ball. So the count 3-1. And now time asked for here. So the count, 3 balls and a strike. And this one misses on inside, ball 4. And the Tobs have another base runner with 2 outs. Antoine Tucker on base for the second time tonight. First walk of the night for Cam Reed. So that'll bring up Brenton Doyle. Doyle 2 for 4 in the game with a pair of singles. Here has runners on the corners. The pitch is swung on, a chopper to third. Third baseman bobbled it, and he can't pick it up. He played hot potato with a baseball, and that's a run powered by Greenlight as the Tobs now trail 5-3. As Frick scores from third, Tucker goes down to second. So just a tough play there for Olinger as he couldn't seem to find to pick up the baseball. As he actually had 3 chances at it, but just couldn't get a hold of it. So Doyle's on base for the 3rd time tonight. So Doyle, even though he doesn't get the hit, he still gets the RBI. As there, you'd assume the run still would have scored. And now this one swung on, high chopper, eludes the first baseman. They're going to send Antoine Tucker around. He's going to score. And stopping at third is going to be Doyle, and it's now 5-4. So it's now 5-4 as back-to-back errors have gotten the Tobs within 1. So Brenton Doyle will move over to third on the play. Drew Brooks goes down to second. And now we'll have a chat on the mound. And so it's a error here on the first baseman that allows Brooks to reach base and then go down to second. As Antoine Tucker scored on the play. So it looks like the Copperheads will make a pitching change here as Keith Ritchie will take the baseball out of the hand of Cam Reed. As the new pitcher is going to be number 6. And that will be Peyton Williams, another pitcher from Pfeiffer. So the Copperheads rolling out all of their pitching from Pfeiffer here tonight. As Williams will take over for his teammate Cam Reed. As Williams, he wears jersey number 6. He will start his warm-up tosses. So Williams will take over and he will face against McGowan. As the Tobs have runners here on second and third now. Doyle represents a potential tying run at third. Brooks is at second. It was an E5 that allowed Doyle to reach and Frick to score, and then it was an error by the first baseman Phelan that allowed Brooks to reach and the runner Antoine Tucker to score from second. But the Tobs were not aggressive enough to send Doyle around as the Copperheads had gotten to the baseball. And so giving a look here at the numbers on the season for Peyton Williams. For Williams, this will be his 8th appearance of the season already. He is 0-3 with 1 save. As he's worked 7 1/3 innings, has allowed 7 hits, 6 runs, just 1 of those earned, has struck out 7 batters and walked 1. So it's been an interesting start to the season for the freshman out of Pfeiffer, as he's got an 0-3 record, unfortunately, 1 save. Has only given up 1 earned run and has struck out 7 batters, just 1 walk, but the record-wise, not really there to show for it. So the Tobs trail now 5-4 here in the bottom of the 8th. 2 runs are in, runners at second and third. McGowan with 1 hit on the night. First pitch to him misses up and in. McGowan popped up in the first. He walked in the third. Doubled, but was left on base in the 5th and then struck out in the 7th. So a righty-lefty matchup. As Williams delivers to McGowan. That one swung on but fouled over on the third base side. Gets out of the ballpark. So the Tobs now with 10 hits in the game. 4 runs, and they've seen the Copperheads commit 2 errors to keep the inning alive here in the bottom of the 8th. Count 1-1, and Clemens sets up. Here's the offering. That one swung on left field. That's going to be down. 1 run scores. 2 runs are going to score. Kevin McGowan, a 2 RBI single. And you can give him some more runs powered by Greenlight. And it's now 6-5. Thanks to Kevin McGowan, who had a really tough at bat in the 7th, as he swung at 2 pitches outside of the strike zone. Wasn't happy with himself, but he redeems himself here in the 8th, as it's a 4-run bottom of the 8th, and the Tobs now lead 6-5.
Now batting, wearing number 12 from Louisiana Monroe, Jacob Sharon.
So now we'll see what Jacob Sharon can do. It was a nice piece of hitting there by McGowan. He didn't try to do too much, just sent it right to left field. And so now Sharon will step in. Had a really good night last night in game number 2 of the doubleheader. Picked up his first hit for the Tobs, picked up his first RBI, recorded his first home run, and pretty much all other stats, his first multi-RBI game, first multi-hit game, as they got to start behind the plate. And so the pitch here will miss up in the zone. The count even out, ball and a strike. This is the first at bat for Sharon, who came in defensively to start the top of the 8th inning. Came in for Shamoy Christopher, who did not have a very good end to the 7th inning. This one swung on, tailing out to right center. Will that one drop? It will. Going for third is going to be McGowan. Here comes the throw. It's not going to be in time. Now going to second, Sharon. Will he be safe? He is. And the Tobs get 2 runners in scoring position as Sharon picks up a single. And the Tobs looking to try to add more. As McGowan, a nice job there of running. So that'll bring up Carson Freeman. And another pitcher warming up now for the Copperheads down in the bullpen. And so the Tobs with their 6-5 lead, trying to add more to that. Now 12 hits in the game. And Freeman is the 9th batter of the inning. First pitch to him is going to be a called strike. Freeman 1 for 4 tonight. And this one is swung on, but that will be fouled out down the left field line. So the count 0-2 here to Carson Freeman, but he has come through before for the Tobs and 2 strike counts. So definitely not out of it yet here. Leading off third is McGowan. Sharon off second. 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch from Williams is not going to be a call. As heading off the field was Clemens. And so Clemens had started to head towards the third base dugout. He was ready to toss the baseball away. But instead of tossing it away, he had to toss it back to his pitcher. So the count is now 1-2. 2 out here in the inning. Peyton Williams delivers. That one swung on, but fouled on the first baseline. As first base coach Alan Brinkley trying to get a quick hand on it. So the Tobs here finally getting some things going. They get some positive mojo going. They've plated 4 runs, but still looking for more, even though there's 2 outs. All of this starting with the 2-out walk worked by Antoine Tucker. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. But we go to the top of the ninth, and now a chance for the Tobs to see if they can try to close it out. So the Tobs send 9 batters to the plate in the 8th inning. They plate 4 runs, as they also tally 3 hits, 2 errors in the inning for the Copperheads. The big hit, the 2 RBI single from Kevin McGowan that gives the Tobs the 6-5 lead, to put the Copperheads behind after they had scored 5 straight runs after the Tobs offense had went cold. So for the Tobs, Luis Acosta will step in here now, as he'll look to try to see if he can close things out and give the Tobs their 6th win in a row. As he'll be the 7th pitcher of the night. So Acosta will start his warm-up pitches. Acosta, a junior from Texas Rio Grande Valley, from Brownsville, Texas. And he will toss here to Shamoy Christopher momentarily, but now he'll toss to his catcher, Jacob Sharon. So in that 8th inning, it started off with the double by Frick, but then quickly 2 outs were recorded as Dean and Mosley couldn't get on base. But then Tucker worked the 2-out walk, and then back-to-back errors by the Copperheads allowed runs to score as the Tobs pulled within 1, and then Kevin McGowan going the opposite way in left field plates a pair of runs. And that was the hit that gave the Tobs their current 6-5 lead. So 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for Asheboro. 6 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Tobs. And as Acosta ready to go, he will face the 2, 3, and 4 batters, Webster, Poses, and Phelan for Asheboro. As the pitch here, going to miss slow inside to Webster. Webster, a pair of RBIs tonight. Both of those on sacrifice flies to Freeman and Wright, and is also grounded out to second, flight out to center, drives this one down the left field line, and that one is going to be a foul ball by inches. So heading back after a long strike number 1 will be Caleb Webster. So the count evened up here now, as Acosta already ready to go on the mound. They have to wait for Tucker to get back into position. Now Acosta rocks and fires, and that one going to miss. Sharon thought maybe it would have been a strike, kind of tucked the shoulder a little bit before he tossed it back to the mound. Here's the 2-1. That one will be a called strike. And now on a pitch where the Copperheads thought it should have been a ball, they come out of the dugout, and now head coach Keith Ritchie coming down the line. And he's giving the home plate umpire the business. So they're happy when the strike isn't called, and then they're not happy when the strike is called, as this one is fouled off. Gotta love the game of baseball. The game of inches, and now somebody just got tossed. I believe it was the first base coach. Just got tossed. And so he's going to get a chance to head back to take an early shower. So I believe that's the first ejection we've seen this year here at historic Fleming Stadium. Pitch here, hit to short. Frick has to play the funky hop in time for the first out. So Webster is retired, as that is 6-3. So that'll bring up David Poses, as Poses will step into the left-handed batter's box. And so taking a look here at the Copperheads coaching staff, I believe that was Corey Cubs who was tossed out. And this will be a called strikeout in the inner half of the plate. So Poses, who has been on base 3 times tonight, starts behind the count 0-1, walked in each of his first 2 at-bats, then struck out, singled, and scored in the 7th. The pitch here is swung on and missed for strike 2. The first baseman, Sean Phelan, in the on-deck circle. One away here now in the top of the ninth. The Tobs is leading 6-5. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that one is an excuse me swing as that one gets out. over on the third base side, and David Pozis going to give the bat a little kiss there on the barrel. So the Tobs were down 5-2 entering the bottom of the 8th, but they played 4. And now lead as this one misses low and outside, the count 1-2. So the Tobs 6 runs in 2 innings tonight, and this one right down the heart of Dixie. And that one will be a called strike 3 as an Edward Jones, Chris Collins strikeout. So 2 away now as that'll bring up Sean Phelan. Phelan has turned his night around though as he singled in each of his last 2 at-bats after starting the night 0 for 2. First pitch here he takes for a called strike 1. He singled, scored a run in the 6th, singled, but was out on a fielder's choice in the 7th. Here's the 0-1, and that one's going to miss. Phelan turned around like he thought it might have been called a strike, but wouldn't get the call. Now he's ready to go. The 1-1 is going to be a little bit high, so no call. So Phelan jumps ahead in the count. That strikeout for Acosta was his 9th of the season. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one swung on and missed. Acosta changing up speeds. And the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Tobs lead 6-5. A 5-game winning streak on the line here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Acosta goes strikeout, and the Tobs win. The Tobs played 4 in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Luis Acosta works a 1-2-3 top of the 9th. As he now has an even 10 strikeouts on the season. As Phelan goes down. And so the Tobs have won their 6th in a row. And they are now 9-5 on the season. But it definitely was not without a battle as Asheboro is going to fall to 7-7, but let me tell you what, they played their hearts out here tonight, and now both teams going to exchange handshakes here, despite both teams and both sides getting a little bit heated at different times. The Tobs come away with the 6-5 win. So the Tobs here will pick up the 6-5 win as the save will go to Luis Acosta as he'll pick up save number 2 on the season. The win will go to Danny Cody. He picks up his first win. And the loss will go to Cam Reed as he falls to 1-1. So if you look at the final line score, 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for Asheboro, 6 runs, 12 hits, and no errors for the Tobs. So the Tobs back in action tomorrow. It's going to be an early one. 12 p.m. first pitch. And then the Tobs back into CPL action on Tuesday as it will be the Peninsula Pilots making their way here into town as the Tobs will have a first place battle on the line with Peninsula on Tuesday. So that'll do it for our broadcast here tonight. Tobs winners 6-5. As for Doug Page and everybody here at the Wilson Tobs, we thank you for tuning in. So long and have a great night.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snacks.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.